Hi, I'm Ryan Stevenson. I'm the head chef of the Calibrate Chocolate Academy here in Belgium. I've got great news for you. We've just released our latest chocolate, the Ruby RB1, the fourth chocolate after dark, milk and white. Now it's really different. This chocolate surprises with intense fruitiness and fresh sour notes and a sparkling pink reddish colour. Now you're probably wondering what the best applications for Ruby RB1 is. Well, personally, I think you should use it as pure as possible, like these little fellas here, dragu or pan products. They really have a beautiful colour, perfect gloss, and you can pick from a whole range of centres that make the taste really pop out. Let me show you how it works. So first things first, let's weigh off our ingredients. For 2 kilos of inclusions, we'll need 2 times 2 kilos of Ruby RB1 chocolate. I prefer making 2 batches because panning is quite a lengthy process, and I'll need half the chocolate now and half in a few hours. We'll also need 2 times 100 grams of cocoa butter, because we need to increase the fluidity of the chocolate for panning to have a beautiful, hard and shiny end product. And we need inclusions. With Ruby RB1, you can use any kind of inclusion, from nuts to dried fruits. To make the taste of Ruby pop out, I'll use dried physalis. And finally, I'll need 200 grams of passion fruit powder that I'll add later to highlight the exciting fresh taste. Okay, time for action now. Start by melting the first batch of Ruby chocolate and cocoa butter in the microwave at full power. Take it out regularly to prevent it from burning and give it a good stir. Make sure that every last bit is nicely melted. When it's around 43 degrees Celsius, try and keep it at this temperature. And we're ready to roll. Now for panning, we need a panning machine, of course. They come in small tabletop versions or bigger ones like this baby, ideal to produce some bigger volumes. Make sure that the bowl of the machine is clean and dry, no moisture, no leftover chocolate, nothing. Pour in the inclusions and start turning. Set the speed of the machine to approximately 34% and switch on the cooling at 12 degrees Celsius. And then pour in the first bit of chocolate. Every time you add chocolate, the dragu may stick together, so loosen with your hands wearing gloves. And then regularly check. When the chocolate is set, add again a little more chocolate. Always allow time for it to set before adding a little bit more. And keep repeating this. Add a small amount of chocolate, allowing it to set before adding the next amount. And keep going until the first batch of chocolate is used up. In the end, the chocolate should really nicely and fully cover each of the inclusions, even in the cavities. Now it's time to melt the second batch of chocolate and the cocoa butter. The same method, full power on the microwave, and regularly take it out to stir through. Repeat this until completely melted. The end temperature should again be around 43 degrees Celsius, and try and keep the Ruby chocolate at this temperature. We'll add a third of the chocolate to the dragu again. Regularly check the chocolate is well set and that the inclusions are nicely and evenly coated with the chocolate, without too many holes or cavities. If that's not the case, add some extra chocolate again until the dragus are really nicely and fully covered with chocolate. Now add again a bit of chocolate. While the chocolate is still wet, immediately dust the dragu with the passion fruit powder. Make sure to dust the dragu evenly. Now seal it by adding the last part of the chocolate in 2 to 3 times, making sure the chocolate is set before adding the next part. Check to see the chocolate is set and the dragu are nicely covered. You'll notice the dragus are quite matte and not completely hard on the outside. That's why we'll have them turn the machine now for a full night. First, take out the dragu. Keep them apart. Switch the air from cold to warm to melt the residue chocolate inside the panning bowl. Clean the bowl of the panning machine. Switch off the heat and take out the remaining chocolate. Make sure the bowl is really clean. There shouldn't be any chocolate left. Once cleaned, add the dragu back into the machine. Lower the speed to make sure the dragu are rolling, yet not faster than that. Set the cooling at 12 degrees Celsius. Now leave them to turn overnight. During this time, let the machine do all the work. It will create beautiful, shiny ruby dragu with a fresh fruity twist from physalis and passion fruit inside.